In my review of the Air 3 for photography, I was impressed by the versatility of this drone and the excellent processing of the JPEG files. However, the dual-lens system is what excited me most. A true game changer. In this video I will analyze the video quality and functionality of the Air 3. The wide-angle lens has a sensor size of 1/1.3, a field of view of 24mm, with an extremely wide aperture of f1.7, a video resolution of 4K with frame rates up to 100 frames per second, and a bitrate of 150 Mbps. It is practically the same lens as the Mini 3 Pro. The telephoto lens has a field of view equivalent to 70mm, the same spec as the wide-angle one, but a smaller aperture of f2.8. This model has an array of intelligent modes. The classic active tracks, spotlight, point of interest, master shot and quick shots are all available with both lenses. When using the 70mm telephoto lens, every slightly abrupt move is magnified, so spotlight or point of interest are very useful for smoother results. When scouting a new location, it is very convenient to use master shot or quick shots with both lenses to quickly gather a good amount of interesting clips. Waypoints is a very sought-after feature, previously only available in the flagship models of DJI prosumer drones. It creates missions with 2 or more points. At each point, the position, the elevation of the aircraft and the orientation of the camera are recorded. The drone will then handle the transition between the points for smooth cinematic footage. Each mission can be named and stored in memory to repeat the same itinerary in different light conditions, different times of the day, different seasons, or alternating the two lenses. Waypoints is a very valuable, unexpected addition to this model. Cruise control is another useful new feature for the Air series. It is possible to set one of the 2 function buttons of the remote controller to cruise control in the Control tab of the settings. While flying, we can press the button so that the aircraft will keep the same speed and direction of flight, and we can focus on adding extra movements with the sticks of the remote control and the tilt of the gimbal. To exit cruise control, just press the same button again. The Air 3 offers the most solid signal transmission I have ever experienced so far in any DJI prosumer drones. A very long battery life, excellent wind resistance and good speed. This drone offers all sorts of features to make shooting video an enjoyable experience without any stress. But the winning point of this model is the second camera, the mighty 70mm telephoto lens. So let's see how it behaves. Footage taken with this lens is excellent, with maybe a touch of extra contrast and detail compared to the wide-angle one. A video made with the 2 lenses is otherwise very similar, so it is easy to integrate into the same project. Normal is an 8-bit mode meant to be used with little or no color grading. Widely used for social media. In the Air 3, this mode is a thing of beauty, with excellent detail and very rich and pleasant colors, despite the relatively small sensor. DJI has seriously improved the processing of the files compared to the Mini 3, which has the same sensor, but in the Air 3, detail and colors are in a different league. Users active on social media platforms will be very happy. Even though the camera cannot rotate like in the Mini models, the Air 3 is also able to shoot vertical video in 2.7K by cropping a vertical slice from the full resolution of the sensor. It can also shoot video in two 10-bit modes, D-Log and HLG. The 10-bit modes can show over 1 billion colors, versus 16 millions for an 8-bit mode, thus avoiding color banding in uniform areas and other artifacts. D-Log M is the most widely used. It is a sort of simplified version of the D-Log mode of the Mavic 3. It is a flat profile, although not as flat as the true D-Log, able to deal with high dynamic range situation and to stand heavier color grading to adapt the footage to the color scheme of specific projects. In good light conditions, it is quite easy to color grade using the correct LUT. DJI has released a free LUT for this model. You can download it from my website, vicvideopic.com. I will post a link in the description. The colors are pleasant and the detail is good, although it cannot compete with the true D-Log of the Mavic 3 Pro. And this is understandable given the big difference in price and in sensor size. HLG Hybrid Log Gamma is a pleasant alternative to the Log M, easier to color grade and probably the one I prefer, but it still needs some work. It tends to overexpose. On my first day of shooting, all the footage I shot using my usual exposing technique was unusable. After a few tests, I realized that good results can be obtained with exposure values about 1.5 stops lower than usual. However, the main issue is that this mode is extremely demanding in terms of computer resources. So at the moment it is difficult to integrate HLG clips in a video timeline, and the encoding times are extremely long. I trust DJI will fix this issue soon, as HLG is otherwise an excellent color mode. Let's now turn the camera down for bird's eye view. Normal mode works again extremely well, with excellent detail and contrast and very nice colors. In settings it is possible to increase the sharpness, but in my opinion it is not needed, so the value here for sharpness is 0. The results obtained with the telephoto lens are even more impressive. The harder test for any camera is shots in the direction of the sun. Both lenses handle the extreme dynamic range very well, without any loss of detail and saturation near the sun, and no chromatic aberrations. When the sun is on the frame, the amount of information in the shadow is decent, but I was expecting a bit more from the log. In these situations, the performance of the 10-bit mode is not that different from the one on normal mode. An area where the Air 3 really shines, forgiving the pun, is low light footage. For night footage, the Air 3 can compete with the mighty Mavic 3, and this is a great accomplishment, partly due to the extreme aperture of the main lens. There is also a night mode with auto exposure. In the first iteration of this mode in the Mavic 3 I found it disappointing, with a fake plasticky look. In the Air 3 the night mode has improved, but I still largely prefer to use manual exposure for better shadows and more detail. This way I can control the individual exposure values, which is crucial. Click on this link to watch my video about photography with the Air 3. And don't forget to hit the like button if you find this video interesting. Thank you.